Good morning, everyone. How are you? It is Monday, May 9th, 2022. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know yesterday was Mother's Day. Some of you may have done things for that, some of you may not. For some people, it's a pretty tough day. And, full disclosure, like I went to church yesterday and just started crying. Hold on. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call, had to hang up. Sorry, honey. Why? You can't call me at 8:30. So say good morning. Hi, Tina. How are you? Yeah, but I was at church yesterday and I was just sitting and listening, and oh, my heart, like not being a biological mother at 42 is for me at times a little challenging. Like, did I miss out on something? Am I still missing out on something? And that's not what today's video is about, but I just want to say I honor all of you who are watching this, who are mothering in some way. So in addition to the mothers out there who have raised their children, take care of their children, like, we honor you. And for all the rest of us who may not choose to have children or do not have children, thank you for being mothering in your own way. And what I loved about the sermon yesterday at church is they were talking about a moment where the Apostle Paul was referring to this woman, Phoebe, and was saying, like, be with her. She has been like a mother to me. So anyway, all that to say, hello, good morning. I hope you had a great weekend. If you are watching this live, please say hello in the comments. Hey, Marcy, what's up? Hi, Robin, I see you. Put a 1 in the comments if you're watching live, a 2 in the comments if you're watching on the replay, or just type live or replay. And this morning I'm going to be talking with you about the 3 steps to get through an annoying or tough moment in your relationship. I know that seems so simplified because relationships, good morning, relationships are so complicated, right? They are multifaceted, multi-layered, they are always changing. But this is something that I think I'm going to do my best to address as many ways as possible. Good morning, Alicia. Hello, everyone. Yeah, say hi in the comments. Okay, it looks like Facebook's now like telling people that I'm here. All right, great. My alerts were not working last week. All right, so the 3 steps to getting through things that are annoying or tough in a relationship. I will preface this by saying that I'm Holly Berube, by the way, in case you don't know who I am. I'm Holly Berube. I am a relationship coach that supports people get through the road bumps in their relationship and get back to a win-win partnership. And so when I'm talking to my clients and teaching my students and making content, I always want to make it very clear. I am a certified professional coach. I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor. Therapy and counseling tends to work on things that have happened in the current moment or in the past, how we got here. They also can do things like write prescriptions, etc. What I do as a coach is not that. What I do is when I am working with a person on their relationship, or a couple with their relationship, or a parent with their child, etc., I'm looking at what's happening in the current moment and considering that everyone has already addressed mental and emotional and spiritual health, right, with those proper professionals. And then when I work with them, I'm like, hey, what's going on now and where do we want to go? So when I'm describing these 3 steps to you now, I know for some of you that are watching, hi, Mom. I know that some of you, it may be very tempting for some viewers to say, but what if they are manipulative? What if they are narcissistic tendencies? What if they are BPD, okay, etc. And I'm not speaking about those. The second thing I want to say to preface this is a lot of this I learned because there's information I'm going to share with you today that I was not privy to for many, 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 many years, which is why I couldn't get through the annoying and tough moments in any relationship, not with my mother, not with my brother, not with my ex-husband, not with my coworkers or my friends. So but I also want to say that some of this a lot of this I speak from personal experience, and I would love to hear in the comments as I'm sharing if there is something that does resonate with you or hits home for you and you're like, oh my gosh, I've done that. So it's been a combination of like what I've learned, but then also all the studying that I've been doing about relationships since I made that commitment 8 or 9 years ago that, hey, I'm the common denominator. I need to learn things about relationships. And that was how I started my profession. All right, so here we go. The first step to getting through a rough or annoying patch in your relationship is recognizing what your role is in it. And this, even though it's a first step, this can be the one that is the most difficult. And now I'm saying your role in the annoying situation, your role in the tough situation, because I'm noticing I'm not using the word blame. I'm not saying your responsibility. I'm saying your role. So something that I teach in my relationship course is I teach the three primary factors that keep people from being able to see another person's perspective. So when I am working with my students, I'm sharing with them, okay, when I'm looking at my role in a relationship, so I'm going to use myself as an example as I'm going through this. And I'll actually use my relationship with my mom as an example. She's watching anyway, but I think it still applies. And this applies with, my current significant other. This applies with friends that I am in deep friendships with, acquaintances, people I've worked with, my clients. So when I'm looking at my role, the things I'm assessing about myself is, do I know these three things? Do I know my own personality style? Yes, I do. I am a supportive personality style, a supporting style personality. And there's things that I teach that go into what that actually means. I'm a supporting style personality. The second thing I know about myself is that I am very much a relationship focused and feminine energy leaning, receptive person when I am in a romantic partnership. But I also know the way that I think is also very direct and very analytical when I am in business relationships. So I know my personality style. I know the way my mind is wired. So that's something else I teach my students, is how my mind is wired. And the third thing I know about myself is, oh my gosh, I'm like blanking. Hold on. I think I already said them. Yeah. So I understand the energy dynamic. So the feminine energy leaning in relationships, masculine energy very direct when I'm in my work situations. So that's one piece. Supportive style personality, and then the way that my brain is wired, like when I'm thinking which way. So when I have a tough spot or a moment with someone that I am in a relationship with, the first step is I look at myself and say, okay, what is my role right now? Am I being my normal supporting style? Am I being more direct, like masculine driven, or am I being more receptive, feminine driven? And I just can take a moment and assess where I am in the relationship. So with my mother, something I would notice is when I was with my mother, I was definitely in a supporting style role. And what that means is I am very relationship driven. I am very emotional. If I'm kind of victim-y, I can be like a doormat, and just kind of like let her say things, and I'm like, whatever. But at times that's how I would be. But my heart was always about being the best person to her. I also noticed when I was with my mother, and I met with my energy. This is years and years ago, by the way, but it's an example. So when I'm assessing my role with her, I was like, okay, I'm being very, very direct with her. I'm being very, very direct with her. I'm not being receptive. I'm not at ease. I'm more at go every single time I was with her. So I was very like outward focused instead of in receptive and relaxation. And then the third thing I would notice about myself is the way I was processing information was I was not in my creative state and my let it go flow. I was in my fix it, solve it, fix it, solve it, fix it, solve it. So I noticed how my brain was. I noticed the energy dynamic I was in, and I noticed the personality style of myself. Okay. So that is the first step. The second step of getting through a tough situation or an annoying moment is assessing the role that the other person may be playing in that relationship. Now it's the same three tools. And these are the tools that I teach in my course. So the same three tools, so when I was with my mother, I would notice, okay, I know that my mother's personality style is called a controlling style personality. Now, not controlling like domineering, but more like leadership in control. Okay. It's actually a really good, it's a good thing. There's no negative connotation with it. So she is a controlling style personality. And what that means about her is whereas my supportive style is all about relationships and heart-centered stuff, she is leadership, results. This is the way to do it. I know what I'm doing. Like, trust me. Trust me, trust, like great leadership. Okay. So what could happen is like I'm all mushy gushy and she's about results and we were disconnecting. Okay, so I'll get to that in a second. So the second thing that I would notice about her is the way her mind is wired. My mom is a very brilliant, analytical, smart, intelligent woman. And so she looks at all the details. She picks the things apart. It's very logical. So she, like me, when I was in an argument with her, I am in go mode. I am forward. I am in that way of thinking. Like these are the boxes. This is the way. This is the plan. And she was doing the same thing. She was also looking at it like these are the boxes. These are the plans. Well, the problem is if both people are planners and we want one person to be receptive and it's not happening, like it's going to cause arguments. So we were like bulls locking horns, right? And the third thing that I noticed again is with our energy dynamic. When I was hanging out with her, we were getting into arguments. I was very much in a like masculine energy dominant place where I was directive, linear, problem solving. Well, she was doing the same thing. There was no one in the situation that was receptive. There was no one in the situation that was in let it go mode. There was nobody. Nobody was at ease. Everyone's like putting their they're kindling the fire, trying to make things work. And it wasn't working. It was just too much. So that's the first and the second step. Assess your role. Step one, assess your role. How am I thinking? What's the way that I'm thinking? What is my personality style? Am I like mushy gushy supporting or am I like, go get all the things done? And there's two other styles, right? That I'm not talking about. And then the second step is assess where that person is at. Okay. And see where there are discrepancies. So when I discovered, we're thinking the same way. So that's how we were like, we were thinking the same way, but because our personality styles are different and neither one of us was relaxing, it made everything a mess. We would fight over things. We would disagree. Or my mom, and this is basically how it would go. My mom would suggest something or say something, and any little thing she said, I would just like cut her at the knees. Just like a disaster. My poor brother, but I share this. I know I primarily work with you on romantic situations and your partnership, but this might be something. So say yes in the comments if any of this is hitting home for you so far. Like maybe you're hearing your own romantic partnership in this. Maybe you're hearing, your situation with your own like child or adult child or where is there something that we can be starting to shift here? What is my role in the dynamic? What is their role in the dynamic? And then the third and final step of getting through, thank you, Tina. Tina says yes. The third step is to recognize it together, to put the two pieces together. And once you have the awareness of both, the solution becomes so much easier because the shift that it takes is momentary. And then suddenly someone's in the receptive mode. Someone who normally takes everything personally, that'd be me, can now say, oh, okay, I just need to chill out. And now we can have a conversation, and it doesn't mean become passive or give up or anything like that. Or with my mom, something that's really worked with her is when I'm having a hard time with something and I go to her and I'm like, listen, I want to share this with you, but I do not want you to tell me how to fix it or how to solve it. I just want you to tell me I love you and it's going to be okay. And she's like, okay, I got it. And then I open up to her and I tell her what's going on or whatever. And she's like, Holly, I love you and it's going to be okay. And I feel so much better because in the past, without me requesting that, the solution would be she would tell me, well, did you do this and did you do this? And then I just felt worse. And then I'm like, why did I even open up to you? I don't want to share about this. So anyway, so the third step is recognizing what you can shift and also learning more on those topics. So I am perpetually learning more through videos and podcasts and books and my certifications, and my friends are professional coaches, very successful professional coaches, and we are talking every single week. We are sharing the books that we are reading, that we are listening to, the TED Talks that we are checking out. We are constantly in this mode of learning about the energy dynamics, right? That masculine energy, feminine energy, leaning that we all do, and it's a vibe. It's not, it has nothing to do with like if you're a man or a woman or anything like that. And we are also looking at different things about the personality styles and how do we learn more about the personality styles. So we're always shuttling information or shuttling TikToks back and forth to each other about like, did you see this? Did you read that? Did you listen to this? This is so good. This would be, so we have like a dedication as a group to always be learning about this. And then also, because I have, and my former students do the same thing. Like I talk about the way that we all process information differently and how it impacts our relationships. And what ends up happening is my previous students from my relationship toolbox course, they will find things and they will send me a video, a book, a podcast. They're like, Holly, this made me think of you. Like, this made me think of how we think this way. So I know this was like, this is kind of like the very zoomed out version today of the 3 steps you can take to get through this. But I would love to hear, type yes in the comments if any of this supported you, or you think that there's more for you to learn here. If there's something you're like, ooh, what you said there was really good, I have a question about that. Type the question or DM me the question, because I can do another Holly show about it, another day this week. I'm happy to do that. For those of you who do want to learn more about this subject, I'm going to be offering a 3-day mini boot camp, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. So it'll be 45 minutes a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of June. It's $37. It is going to be so valuable. And I'm going to be going into more detail on, it's called the 3 Secrets to Better Communication in Your Relationship. So I'm going to be going into more detail about the way we think, the dynamics, and the personality styles. Okay. So if you're interested in the $37 boot camp coming up the first 3 days in June, 45 minutes a day for 3 days, recorded Facebook group, lots of support, lots of bonus goodies. Type boot camp in the comments, and as soon as the link is ready to sign up, I will let you know. All right. So Tina says, when I am in parent mode, it will seem, oh, hold on, let me see more so I can see all of it. Okay. Tina says, hi, Melanie. Hold on one second. Whoopsie. Okay. Tina says, when I am in a parent mode, it will seem controlling, and I had to be in the listening mode, and your adult children will let you know. Yes. So in my marriage, I take to many things personally and get defensive. It's a constant awareness. Yeah. I don't know if I did a big video. I don't think I've done a Holly show about defensiveness. I made a TikTok about defensiveness. Maybe I'll talk about defensiveness tomorrow and where that's coming from. So Tina, if you want me to do a defensive video, type yes, defensive video. I'll do one. Hi, Melody. Melody says, I'm a fixer, problem solver. Yes, so is my mom. So is my guy. My partner is the same way. And I realized from what you just said that my daughter may not want me to fix it. That's very likely. Just listen and provide support and ask what she thinks she needs to do. Yes. Yes. And if she doesn't recognize that your automatic is to fix and solve, right? Because if she doesn't have that information, she's just going to take it personally. I know, because I did that for years and years and years and years and years. And then when I learned this information for the first time, I was like, my mom's not mean. My mom's just trying to help in her own way, but I wanted help in a different way. And I was able to say this like, oh God, 7 years ago. And it's been just like night and day difference. It's amazing. It's right, Mom. I don't know if she's still here. Thank you for the comment, Melanie. It's so good to see you. I also messaged you yesterday, Melanie. So check your messages. Robin, there will not be a morning time for the boot camp, but the boot camp will be in the evening from 7 p.m. Eastern to 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And it's recorded, and all the recordings are put in they go live like in the Facebook group. So if you need to catch it later that evening or need to rewatch it the next morning, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, so it's all there for you. And if you can be on live, even just like for one of the days and maybe another time, 7 to 7:45 doesn't work. Yeah, so I hope that does work out. But yeah, so anyway, the 3 secrets to better communication boot camp in your relationship will be, hey, Donna. That will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Again, it'll be $37 boot camp. If you're interested, type boot camp in the comments below. I'm going to give you a bunch of goodies and go into the 3 key components. So I hope this was supportive today. Thank you for putting live or typing a 1 in the comments if you watch live, or typing replay and putting a 2 in the comments if you watch replay of today's session. And that's all I have for today. I really appreciate all of you being here. Again, if there's a topic you would like for me to cover on a Holly show at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, just leave me a comment or send me, thank you for the hearts and the likes. Leave me a comment or send me a DM. I actually had 2 videos last week come from DMs and comments. So let me know, and I'll be back tomorrow. And that's it. All right. Hey, Jackie, I'm finishing up. So you're actually like just on the edge of being live. All right, everybody. I love you all. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for another episode of Holly Show. I will do an episode on defensiveness tomorrow, I think. And until next time, love always in always. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.